Us this morning on News 12, we have some special slithery friends to introduce to you from the Chattanooga Zoo just in time for Halloween. And it's not Jake Cash, but Jake Cash and Max DeGroot, the zookeeper, are here to tell us all about Boo in the Zoo and also just like what's going on in terms of these animals as well.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for making the time to be here this morning.
Thank you for having us. So one more night of Boo in the Zoo. It's been a great year for Boo, as always. It's one of my favorite events. We've been doing it for a long time. So Halloween night, this Friday, is going to be the last night of Boo in the Zoo for the year. So if you haven't been able to make it out, definitely grab your tickets for Boo.
So this is something that's a family-friendly event, obviously. Yeah. You had the adults-only night just recently of Frights and Pints. And that was obviously a great turnout, a lot of people that show up for that. Definitely. But for this one, these have been pop-ups throughout the month, right? Yeah,
we do it on Fridays and Saturdays throughout October. And basically, like you said, it's family friendly. You just trick or treat throughout the zoo. There's a lot of character meet and greets like Anna and Elsa and Spider-Man and a lot of favorites. You get to meet some creepy crawly animals, which is really fun. There's lots of candy, so a great classic Halloween celebration. But the creepy crawly part is really fun to me. You get to meet some animals like snakes and legless lizards, which looks like snakes. We can talk a little bit about the differences there. Spiders, different things like that. Animals that are kind of considered creepy, but are really important to their ecosystems and play an important part in just like their overall role.
Absolutely.
So,
and Max, and something we wanted to note, so we know the snake. Something interesting about the legless lizard. First of all, his name is Lieutenant Dan.
Right.
And I think that is just amazing. Y'all are so creative in the naming department. But tell me a little bit about some of his characteristics.
Yeah, absolutely. So what kind of sets him apart and makes him a lizard as opposed to a snake is you kind of take a look at his face and you can see he's got eyelids so he can blink. Snakes just have a clear scale over their eyes so they cannot blink. They've also got an ear hole on the side of his head, and snakes don't have any external ears. And then you'll notice this pretty prominent lateral line he's got going down the side of his body, and that won't be found on a snake either.
And something else you noticed just in the minute off camera earlier is that part of how much of his body is his tail?
So about 2/3 of him is tail, so everywhere from here down is going to be tail. And snakes, they have a much shorter tail to the rest of their body
interesting.
ratio.
And the way that they move, I mean, he's kind of a stiffer guy just because of the way he's made versus the snake. He's full on coiled up and looks like a little accessory. I mean, like that, not really, but it really is incredible how to learn more about these species and coming from different parts of the world, but bringing them right here to Chattanooga and giving people access to them. So tell me, for an event like this, people can go to the Boo in the Zoo, they can dress up, they can get candy, they can have so much fun with their family. They can also learn about some of these resources. What are you guys excited to be sharing on Halloween night?
Like you said, just like the educational aspect of it, Boo in the Zoo is just another great opportunity for people to connect with wildlife, which is our whole mission. If you connect with something, you actually see it, you actually interact with it, then you're going to care about it more. And that's kind of our whole goal. So it's just another fun opportunity to be able to do that. Like I always say, touring the zoo at night is really fun, just kind of see things from a different perspective. So I feel like it is mission driven at the end of the day. As much fun as it is, we're still educating people on conservation and like why wildlife is important and why it's so fascinating. So that's really what it's all about.
And why some of your favorite characters also love the zoo as well. So you can hang out with princesses and superheroes and then also get to see some snakes. It's a double whammy there, so I love that. So tell me, as we're coming up on this event, how we can get plugged in with y'all and join the herd at the Chattanooga Zoo.
Absolutely. Everything is at chatzoo.org. And I love that you said join the herd. We've got membership options available, and members get discounted tickets on all of our events, including Boo in the Zoo. So if you're a family of 4 or a family of 5, actually, your zoo membership pays for itself in just 2 zoo visits.
Wow.
So if you're even going to come twice in a year, you should definitely consider getting a membership.
Definitely worth it. And you're right downtown, a great central location. I think it's going to be a great day trip for anybody that's going to come out and enjoy it.
Memberships start at just $110 for families for the whole year, too. So we like to keep things really affordable.
Well, thank y'all again for making the time to be here. For the latest details, go visit them, chatzoo.org, and learn about Boo in the Zoo coming up on Halloween. You do not want to miss it. Thanks for joining us here on News 12 this morning. We'll have more details on our website, WDEF.com, as well. We'll be right back after this.